One reason I'm really being active about climate change is the impact is going to be worse on our grandchildren and great-grandchildren. And I don't want them blaming Grampy, you know? Yeah. We've seen the impacts more than anybody. I'll make turkeys an example. When the department introduced turkeys, they thought they'd only live in York County. Now they're all the way to Aroostook. They're statewide. And that's because of the climate. And they've become a nuisance in a lot of places. But you know, Linda on her walk the other day saw a possum. Now we've never had possums. They don't even like winters, but they're here, you know? And the loss of the deer herd and the reduction in the moose population has been devastating, especially to our sporting camps. We've lost a lot of non-resident hunters, and I wrote a book on Maine sporting camps that Down East Books published, and I learned a lot, but if they were seasonal camps serving mostly hunters and anglers, they're in trouble. If they're open in the winter, doing much better. My favorite, up in the Claybrook Mountain Lodge east of Kingfield, their most profitable business was deer hunting. Now it's their least profitable. They haven't shot a deer in 7 years. And the most profitable is cross-country skiers. Because we have pretty much all the native brook trout in our country. It's a very important resource. But as the water's warm, it gets bad for them. They need cold water, you know. And I've seen, Dad and I used to fish the lower Kennebec. It was phenomenal. Bluefish, stripers, all gone, you know. So I think ocean fishing has probably changed the most. Really bad. Well, I worry because Lubec and Campobello are my favorite places. My mom grew up in Lubec. I've been there visiting every year of my life. And when I was a kid, the place was booming. Now Lubec, their high school closed, even their nursing home closed. And their commercial fishery is still doing better than the southern Maine coast. But I'm worried about them. You know, we used to see whales all the time. Haven't seen one in years. They've moved way out in the ocean. And tell you my favorite story, we went on a whale watching trip out of Campobello, and there was this huge whale on the surface, and our guy put our boat up right next to the whale, and it blew, soaked everybody on the boat. Well, I think all the publicity, and both nationally and in Maine, it's become a big issue. And I don't remember when I got engaged in it. But of course I noticed the changes, like deer ticks. I would get them embedded. I just called my doctor and he would call in my prescription. Didn't even have to see me. My funniest story, I was at the legislature in the audience, felt a bug on my neck. I picked it out. It was a deer tick. I took it to the men's room, got rid of it. When I sat back down, guy behind me said, "George, what was that?" I said, "It was a deer tick." He said, "You should have put it on somebody you don't like." I said, "Oh, that would be wrong." I think you mentioned 2 or 3 things that have dramatically change and ask, what do you think caused this? It's not an accident that we have ticks or less moose or whatever. This is the ocean warming. This isn't just accidental. You know, and I focus on that, real things that are happening to us. And you can't deny those. Well, I think part of that is our national leadership, a lack of it. Because when the president says it's not happening, a lot of people are going with that because they like him, you know. And so it's harder to convince them when our national leadership says it's not happening. A couple of weeks ago, our son had let our granddaughters listen to that show I did on Maine Calling about how things have changed for kids since I grew up. And when we dialed in, the 3-year-old was jumping up and down, shouting, "Great job, Grampy!" Now, I want to keep doing a great job for them, you know. And I would think that might be a good way to connect with more people. This isn't really about us. It's about our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, you know. Do you really want them to blame you for a horrible life? No. So we gotta act.